look at that right there. That is very interesting, dark. What the hell? What the hell is that doing? I mean, it looks like a person who is like strapped up, got a bunch of plugs in the head, and then it's just, or, you know, I mean, it's suggestive, you know, let's face it. It could be, oh no, I'm not going to say that. Rebel Moon, baby. All right, so we got Rebel Moon that's going to be coming out a week from, in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. And, you know, obviously I've told you guys that I'll be going to the LA fan screening premiere, I guess you could say, Q&A thing. I'll be going to that, so look forward to me reacting to that. I don't know exactly how much I could do, like, when it comes to a first reaction, but I'm going to record something. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I record whatever I record that night. We'll see. But anyway, so we got Rebel Moon. We got, well, first off, before we start diving into this one shot and this one aspect of the story when it comes to part 2 that I'm like, all right, now we're really getting, we're going to be really getting into Rebel Moon and everything. And then, of course, we could talk, you know, a little bit about the NC-17 rating that Rebel Moon has also received as well, apparently. There Is No Surrender. Part 2 premieres in 11 days. So, of course, we got character posters that look pretty damn badass. We got Cora right here. Miss Patella. She's gone through some shit. We got Jimmy. And that's pretty sweet. Gotta love that. And then, of course, we got Titus. Looking badass. We got, of course, Nemesis with her swords. Those are so freaking cool. And then, of course, we got Tarak. We're going to see, hopefully, I mean, we didn't see a lot of him, like, fighting in the first one, but, you know. And then, of course, we have Gunner, who's not exactly, like, the warrior. He's not exactly the soldier type. He's a little bit more relaxed right there. And then, of course, we got Melius. We got, of course, the Blood Axe sister. You know, it sucks that, you know, Ray Fisher not in there. But, hey, you know, he sacrificed himself. And then, of course, we have the big baddie holding his sword at his head screen as Noble. So Zach at the New York fan screening or the premiere, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's not really a premiere. It's more of just like a fan screening Q&A kind of thing. He mentioned, you know, we talked about this on the Saturday stream that I had, but he mentioned that, yes, that he got an NC-17 rating when it comes to the director's cuts, I guess. Because we all know that there's some naughty things that happen, and there's a lot of gore and a lot of things. And if you've read the novelization, apparently, yeah, they go into detail of like, oh yeah, there's some naughtiness, there's some sex, there's some sexual situations, SSC. Remember, you always loved seeing that when you were like young and like a movie started on HBO or Cinemax or something like that. Man, when you saw that there was sexual situations, not just nudity, but sexual situations, you kind of got excited. Anyways, it was a whole different time back then, guys. You didn't have porn readily available like it is now, which I think is hurting society. But anyways, that's besides the point. It's just kind of interesting because even having conversations with people, it's like, man, so we're actually going to have 3 different versions of Rebel Moon now because the director's cuts got an NC-17. So now he's got to edit it down to an R rating. So now it's like, the director's cuts are NC-17, and now he's got to put out the R-rated cut and then also do the PG-13 cut. So we're going to have like 3 different ratings, 3 different versions of Rebel Moon. That's crazy to think about. Crazy to think about. And then, well, why wouldn't Netflix just put that on there? Just put the NC-17 rating, maybe because the contract was R-rated, PG-13. It's not like Netflix doesn't have, I think they've had NC-17 rated stuff, right? Woo-wee, look at that right there. That is very interesting, dark. What the hell? That is cool. That is pretty cool right there. What the hell is that doing? I mean, it looks like a person who is like strapped up, got a bunch of plugs in the head, and then it's just, or, you know, I mean, it's suggestive, you know, let's face it. It could be, oh no, I'm not going to say that. Here we go right here. Engine room. Visitors to the engine room of the Dreadnought might be shocked to find The incongruous, if I'm saying that right, I'm probably not, sight of crewmen shoveling what looks like coal into enormous furnaces. But rather than being steam-powered, the Dreadnought is Kali-powered. For over a half a millennium, the fleets of the Mother World had slowly expanded into the local solar neighborhood, limited by the universal speed limit of slower than light travel. The discovery of the Callus changed all that. Exactly how this process works is closely guarded Imperial secret. If anything, the engine room was designed with even more of a low-tech industrial aesthetic than the rest of the Dreadnought. Zack wanted a console for a guy that's sitting at a desk. We made a console and again found some really cool old 1920s and 30s salvage pieces that were knob and tube looking things. That was the style we went for. Ooh. And some people were actually making the comparison of like, hey, remember those certain zombies that had lit up eyes? That maybe there could be something when it comes to that. I don't know. This just looked, I mean, when I saw that, and then of course that was from the book. Of course, get the book that has all the concept art that basically talks about all of that. But yeah, when you see all that, I'm like, that's when you're getting really into that heavy metal territory. So we're going to be seeing that. We're going to be seeing that Kali, whatever it's called, you know?